Okay, so welcome back. I'm going to be doing a eyeshadow declutter video. Um, First up are my bigger palettes that I'm going to go through. This first one is my palette in my Z palette that I've made myself. It's got some Makeup Forever, Anastasia, Morphe, MAC, just some really good shadows. So I'm keeping this because it's amazing. Here are the rest of my MAC shadows. I used to have them all in this palette. These are the ones that didn't quite make the cut to be in my favorites palette, but these are still really good colors, and some of these are multiples for the smaller little 16 quad thing that I have. I'm just moving to my chair. I'm having some hip problems lately. I pulled my sciatic nerve a couple weeks ago, which is why I haven't really been filming that much. But I want to try to get all these declutter videos up before the end of the year. So this is the first Carli Bybel BH Cosmetics collaboration palette. I think this palette is absolutely gorgeous. And I don't use this enough. I'm going to keep this because I do love it so much. But I'm going to keep it in my drawer, in my desk, so where I use this more. The next palette is by Morphe. And this is the 35R, is it? Yeah, this is the 35R palette. Very, very pretty. Really gorgeous. Don't use this enough. I love the Morphe palettes. I have a few of them. This is the 3502. I've been using this baby a ton, so she is going to stay. Use this. This usually stays in my desk. It is dirty and well loved. This is the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe. The collaboration, I love it. This one is the 35T palette. I think this palette is gorgeous. I tend to not really use so much cool tones. There's a lot of cool tone colors in here, but I am going to keep this because I do love to use it. It's very well loved. I have a few colors that are my favorite. This is the original Morphe 35N. This was the first Morphe palette that I ever purchased. They have gotten so much better since. This palette does have a mirror in it though, but I don't grab for this anymore. I just don't. And the quality is so much better, so I'm gonna pass this on to somebody that might use it a little bit more than myself. Alright, so next batch of palettes. I will start with this one. This is by Laura Mercier, and this is the Eye Artist palette. This is just what this palette looks like. It is absolutely beautiful, but I don't reach for it anymore. So this is going to go in the maybe pile. Next, I have this Tart Man-Eater palette. Oh, guys, this palette is life and beauty, and I use this all of the time. Although I feel like they're bringing out another Man-Eater, and it's different than that one. I saw somebody that got it in PR, and I was like, what? This is the Stelia Eyes of the Window Soul. Yeah, the Soul palette. Again, this palette is very, very pretty. Now she's out of focus, but I just don't reach for this palette anymore. So this is going to go in the maybe pile. I'm throwing stuff. This is the Lorac Nude Necessities palette. I think that I have used this palette one time. And I remember my last eyeshadow declutter video, I put it in the maybe pile and ended up keeping it because I thought I was going to use it. I just don't, so this is going to go in the get rid of pile. Next, I've got this hard candy palette, and it's drugstore, and it's really, really pretty. This was only $10, but I just don't know. Yeah, I'm going to pass this on because I don't reach for it. It's nice for a little $10 palette, somebody that's maybe starting off on makeup, but I'm going to pass that along. I remember I purchased that because I wanted to do a dupes video, and I did never end up doing it. So this is the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. I love this palette. I still do reach for this palette. So this palette is going to stay with us. This is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I love this palette. I've gotten a ton of uses out of this palette. I'm going to keep it, and it does smell really, really good. This next one is the Master Palette by Mario, the Anastasia palette that came out. I have gotten so much love out of this palette. Obviously, you can tell these colors are beautiful. I've actually been using this lately quite a bit, so that's gonna stay. I've got this Makeup Revolution. This is the Neutrals vs. Neutrals palette. This, I believe, that came out in as a dupe for the Modern Renaissance palette. Maybe? I don't know. I use this. It's very nice. It's very cute, and it's very cheap. This is the NYX Perfect Filter, and I think this is Golden Hour. It is. This palette is gorgeous, and I think it was right around $15 or so, but these colors are really, really pretty. NYX eyeshadows are very nice. I'm keeping that. Then I've got 3 of these Milani palettes. I'm keeping all 3 of these. I've got their Necessities. I think this one is called Earthy Elements. And then this is their new must-have metallics. So I'm keeping all of those. Okay, so next these are the last of my palettes. I have the Modern Renaissance palette, which we all know what this looks like, and it is absolutely stunning. I am keeping that without any hesitation. I've got this Makeup Revolution Iconic 3 palette. I'm gonna get rid of this. I think I'm gonna keep this for a dupes video that I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna keep that. I've got these 2 Tart shadows that came with Holiday a couple of years ago, and I really love these. I just don't use them, and I don't know why I'm holding on to these, but I don't use them. But I'm gonna hold on to them. I don't know, maybe. These are gonna go in the maybe pile again. Oh, I feel like they were in there the last time. I've got Naked 3, Naked 2, Naked 1. I feel like I have to keep those. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. Maybe. I don't reach for this anymore. I've got the Chocolate Bar palette, and this is going to be a maybe as well. I just don't reach for these. I need to be real with myself. I've got 3 of these Essence palettes. I have Roses, Toffee, and Bronze. These are really nice. They're like right around $5 each. You can pick them up at Ulta. These are really nice. I just got this Toffee one, and it's a cool toned one, but I actually have really been loving it. I'm going to keep all three of those just because they're amazing. I've got the All Natural palette by Wet n Wild. I don't reach for this. It's a very good drugstore palette, but I'm going to get rid of that because I don't reach for it. I've got the Tartlet and Bloom palette, which I absolutely am going to keep because this baby has some love. It's really good for everyday wear. I have this NYX Ultimate Shadow, and this is the Warm Neutrals palette. I got this recently, a couple months ago, and I absolutely love this. It's a great drugstore palette. Again, NYX doesn't disappoint. I do have the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, which is gorgeous, and I've been using this quite a bit. It doesn't look like it, but I do use this quite often. Keeping that. I've got these two NYX palettes that came out with the Elements collection, so I have Fire and Earth. This one is Earth. It is absolutely beautiful. And this one is Fire. So I'm keeping both of those because I want to play with those some more. And the last of the palettes are these little ColourPop ones. I have the Femme Rosa palette, which is absolutely stunning. And then the I Think I Love You palette, which I've been giving tons of love to. So these are all the ones that I'm keeping. Alright, so these are the maybes. This is the Stila Soul palette. I used this a ton when I first got it. It's been a few years ago. I just don't reach for it any longer. It does have kitten in it, which is nice, but it can't justify why I'm not going to keep it. I'm getting rid of that. This is the Laura Mercier Eye Artist palette. This is absolutely gorgeous. That African violet color is beautiful. That violet ink color is beautiful. I think I'm gonna hold on to this and use it some more. I don't want to part with this. I really love this palette, but I'm gonna try to use it some more. These are the two Tart holiday palettes. These are a few years old. They're very, very pretty, but I think I'm gonna pass these on to somebody that might use them more than myself. Maybe. I think I'm gonna keep the pink one because I keep looking at these colors and I'm like, God, these are so gorgeous. I think I'm gonna keep this one and try to use it, but I'm going to pass this one on to somebody that might use it. I'm gonna keep these. I mean, I'm just gonna keep them. The makeup crazy in my head is telling me that I have to keep these. And then these are all the palettes that I am parting ways with. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I've got a ton of decluttering videos that I want to put up before the end of the year. I want to start the new year off with things that I absolutely love. I'm trying to get rid of just junk. So like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.